Oh, welcome to the podcast.
Suck my balls.
Wackygamers. Suck my balls. All right, so here we are,
.com.
I guess.
No, I have that domain name. I mean, you can
Oh,
totally...
you might as well.
You can't email it, but you can go there and you'll see the podcast.
Wackygamer.com.
No, Wackygamer podcast.
.com.
Podcast, Wackygamer, Sysnat, bitch, tits,
Well, now you're just putting them in some random order just to confuse me.
He figured it out.
That's mean.
Okay, anyway. We're
Hey.
back.
Hell yeah.
We had a vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Some of you noticed a lack of a podcast this week.
Our bad, we're lazy.
Some of you noticed we record 2 on the same day.
Gotcha.
And we're lazy.
And we're lazy.
What were you doing?
What was I doing? I went back home to Western New York, where I grew up, and I binge drank for an entire week. And here's something funny. People might notice that my beard's gone again. All right? It's because when I went to Western New York, I was going to a wedding. And I thought it would be funny to shave my beard into a Hulk Hogan mustache and big mutton chops. And I go to the wedding. No one noticed. Everybody's just like, you look great,
He's
Adam.
in Western New York.
Yeah, you look great, Adam. I look terrible. Why don't you give me another Pabst? It was actually
Pabst
Bush.
Blue Ribbon is
It was
actually
Bush Light.
decent. Bush Light kind of sucks.
Bush Light is what we were drinking.
That's fantastic.
Yep, that's what I was doing. What were you doing, man?
I was at Blizzcon.
That sounds a lot more interesting.
Yeah, so it was, I guess.
Yeah,
The WoW Insider peeps invited me to do some comedy at their party,
that's okay.
which I was not sure how it would go. Because, you know, you've done comedy at not corporate, but like meetings,
Yeah,
gatherings of people that it's
Group
social.
settings.
Yeah.
For an interest.
And it's weird because, like, people were there mostly for the interest, not your comedy.
Yeah,
Usually.
they're there for World of Warcraft.
Well, these people were there to talk to other people from World of Warcraft community
Yeah.
and whatnot. They were not necessarily there to see a comedy show. Most of them didn't know there was going to be one, so I assumed it was going to tank.
Yeah,
It didn't.
really.
Much to my surprise, people think I'm funny.
Did you do your whole bit as your character in
No,
World of Warcraft?
but what was you've had this too, I know. There was a 9-year-old standing right in front of me.
Yeah, do a lot of pussy jokes.
I did my whole joke about getting hit on,
Yeah.
which is not overly adult.
No, it's not that dirty.
But he definitely was looking at me like, I'm not really sure what's going on here.
I'm here
And then
for a video game.
They had this at the convention. They had this, like, you know, those cash boxes where they blow air through the bottom and the
Oh,
money's...
I've always wanted to go in one of those.
So they had one of those, but it was pieces of paper, and on the pieces of paper were different prizes.
Yeah.
So you tried to get as many as you could, hoping to get the good prize or any prize. And they called it the loot elemental.
Okay.
Okay, so I asked this kid what he was. I did not know this was going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
This was the night before the show. I asked the kid, I'm like, "What are you excited about at the show?" Because kids are adorable. They always say something funny.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Loot elemental," but I heard nude elemental, and I'm like, "Nude elemental? Whoa, 9-year-old!" And
Oh.
I see Dad
made it
in the
gross.
background, and I'm like, "Dad, have you told him about anything yet?" And he's like, I might have to tonight. It was pretty good.
Yep.
It worked well.
Pedophiliatic comedy with Jeff Reitman.
Hello, everybody. Bring your children. I'll have a good time.
Hey, who wants to sit on my lap?
Who wants a sexy time?
Who wants a scepter?
But yeah, then I met a lot of people. We did the BlizzCon Nerd Wars. That was just me.
Mhm.
You usually don't come to these things.
I wouldn't fit into BlizzCon. We still have to do that video.
You don't play PC games.
I don't.
I mean,
play
that's the
PC
problem.
games.
There were quite a few people who were like, "This is way too nerdy. I don't get it." And I'm like, "It's just because you don't play PC games
Yeah.
that you don't know, because they don't make console games."
Yeah. I don't play PC games at all.
But the con was fun. Met a lot of cool people. The incredible podcast people again. Hung out with Nicole from Ladies Elite a little bit. Talked to the trade chat girl.
Yeah.
Danielle, she's funny.
You get some digits. Girl.
I was with my wife and she was with her boyfriend.
Ooh.
Sorry, people who think she's single.
Your wife has a boyfriend?
Oh, Jesus.
That's hot.
Are you really
I gotta be
that
honest.
retarded? But it was good. Moral of the story is it was good.
Erotically retarded.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That could be good.
You know what? You just
Stupid
need to
sexy.
never talk.
What are you talking about? I'm stupid sexy.
You're stupid something.
I'm stupid all over your face in the most sexy manner possible. And drink.
And change subjects.
Oh, good Lord.
I did read a lot of comics when I was traveling.
Yeah? Anything good?
Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah, you're talking about the first in the series of the new Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, I'm 3 in.
Yeah, when you find out he has mystical spider powers for some
Genitals.
reason.
He's connected to the mystical spider.
Yeah, he's connected to he's like the spider totem.
Yes.
And yeah, I don't know about that.
Did you read it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I read the first one.
I gave it to you.
Yep.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
You know, I've read a lot of it before, and I had the same thing as before. I'm like,
This is weird.
this is weird. This
Yeah.
is kind of weird and spiritual, and I just want to hear Peter Parker complain.
Like a Luke Skywalker whiny bitch.
That's his role.
I mean, it is the same character, really.
Yeah, except
One
Peter
doesn't
Parker
have
has a much
sticks.
better outlook on life than Luke Skywalker.
And Peter Parker's getting poon.
A lot
Did
of
I
it.
just say that?
He pulls in a lot of poon. For
For a nerdy guy?
For a nerd, a physicist, he's getting some play.
That's true.
He really is. And you know we're gonna get emails now about Peter Parker isn't a physicist. He's a chemist. I really don't know. He could be a geneticist. I don't know.
He's a chemist, I think.
He's a chemist. I think. He's
I don't
a
know.
chemist.
Now we're both going to get
I don't
raped
know.
on that.
It's some kind of science.
He
Hey,
does stuff.
Email us and correct us. Tell us what Peter
What's
Parker's...
the email address?
What's the email address? AdamIsSexy.com/hugewiener.
Okay, now let's get a factual email address.
Mm-hmm.
Adam is definitely fat, kind of gay, and has a chocolate-covered wiener.
This is. I'm not fat. It's soft
.com.
muscle. It's
.com.
soft muscle.
All right. Do you want to get to some of these topics, people?
Yeah, I want to get to the topics. Hell yeah, let's do it.
Okay, Skynet.
Hey, Skynet, what's up?
He sent us an email asking about specifically PlayStation games, but I'm going to generalize. Games that you thought were the mad shit back in the day and now suck ass.
Okay.
He mentions Commando or the Crash games.
The Crash Bandicoot games?
I assume the Crash Bandicoot.
I'm assuming Crash Bandicoot. Yeah, those games sucked. Well, okay, I got one right off the cuff. Marble Madness.
See, that game, I don't know. I didn't think it was good back in the day.
I remember I spent like 12 hours straight playing Marble Madness trying to get to the end. And I was like, oh, I found an emulator or whatever. Or no, actually, no. I did find one for Nintendo. And I put it in. That game blows. Like, it blows.
How much?
It blows mad ass.
How does one blow ass?
Like, it's
What's funny is I can see that got picked up by the mic, so everyone got a good blowing sound.
Yeah, it's kind of like blowing smoke, but you don't smoke.
I got one.
All right.
This might be controversial. I'm not sure. Altered Beast.
Altered Beast. I'm gonna. You know what? There's a place in my heart for Altered Beast.
And
that being
sucks.
said, that game kind of sucks because you can't continue.
You can in the new versions, like the one they did for Xbox Live, but it's still a bad game.
Mm-hmm.
It's slow paced. It's like really, I'm just spamming the kick button and the punch button. Why are my feet glowing?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you really only play the game to see what other altered beasts he becomes.
Yeah.
And
And
once
you can see those in a YouTube video.
Yeah. Once you know.
Yeah, you're done.
Not really. Yeah. You know, here's another one. This might get us in trouble. That Calamari game. Katamari.
The ball rolling game?
I hate it.
Yeah, but you always hated that.
It
That's
was
like
fun.
me saying
No,
Dragon Age.
It was fun for one night.
Yeah, Dragon Age was fun for about...
You didn't like it for even 10 minutes. I had to convince
it was
you.
fun
I
until...
had to convince you to play it longer than an hour.
It was fun until I put the disc in the drive.
You're a dick. I don't know. I hated Katamari. It just drove me nuts.
Yeah, but that's not in the spirit of the question.
But okay, fine. Jeez. All right. Monkey Ball.
Oh, Monkey Ball?
I hate it.
Super Monkey Ball?
I hate Super Monkey Ball as well.
What about Monkey Ball Ultra 7
Here's the
Alpha
thing. Any
Street
game-
Fighter 3 Turbo.
Any game that I have to roll, I don't like rolling.
You don't like rolling because
It's
it
too much like
reminds you
real
you're
life.
fat. I
It's
think
too
yeah.
much like real life.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen Adam try to get down a hill, but he pretty much just curls up and rolls.
Well, I do that. It's more of a somersault, though. It's not just.
There was no
not like a
somersault.
I am the king of
All right.
somersaults.
Okay, so he also said, I thought of a neat idea of chatting with fans on Skype during the podcast.
That'd be
I've thought
fun.
about it. It's just a lot of freaking work, and we make no money doing this. And
we don't really.
I spent probably 8 hours a week on this shit, and figuring out how to do that just seems like too much work.
What? How to do the Skype?
The Skype is easy. I mean, calling somebody on Skype, but actually recording the audio and mixing it in. And
Trying to get the audio from
Yeah.
Skype could be.
it's not a big deal to like text chat, like have a chat window open.
See, that would be an idea.
But
Why don't we do that? Let's do a chat window.
my-
Open it up right now.
my
Let's see who we
pussy
get.
hurts.
Just throw it up. Don't even tell people who we are. Just see what
Let's
we
just
get.
join chat roulette.
Let's just do. Let's join chat roulette. It'll be easy.
People come in chat roulette and they just see us talking on microphones.
Well, we'll take off our pants. It's chat roulette. I mean,
I'm not taking off my pants.
Well,
but
I'll do it because when in
I
Rome,
know because you have no freaking morals.
when in Rome, whip out your cock. That's what they say, right? Isn't that something?
It's something.
It's something.
I'm not gonna.
I think I saw it on a drachma.
A drachma?
Mm-hmm. A coin.
I know. I'm wondering why you're whipping it out.
Hmm?
Oh, by the way,
I thought we were putting on chat roulette. I'll zip up.
Skynet sent me these pictures of us zombified.
As zombies? Fucking A.
He used some app or school project.
You might notice
The Google photo editing program.
I'm a handsome zombie.
You're much handsomer zombie.
I look good.
Yeah,
I look
he
like I
didn't
should be
put
in
blood
Death Clock.
on Adam's face, but he put blood on my face, you little jerk.
Because clearly I licked it all off.
But and talking about pictures, Adrian Elgin,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's how you pronounce your name. If it's not,
Sorry.
suck it. If you go to facebook.wackygamer.com, you can get our Facebook fan page. But he's been posting cool pictures up there.
They're awesome pictures.
Skynet, you should post these pictures up here. Lizette posted her pictures, Princess Peach, with the
Kind of sexy.
well, she's
Wait
young.
a minute, how old is she?
She's like 4.
Not sexy at all.
No, she's not 4, but she's too young for you.
Too young? Is she in her 20s?
Barely.
Okay. Sexy. It doesn't
Okay.
mean I want to have sex with her. I'm just saying it's sexy.
But anyway,
Princess Peach.
go to facebook.wackygamer.com and post pictures and stuff. It's kind of fun. There's a couple guys that are quite active. Kegzo, who hates me, he likes to berate me at every opportunity.
Yeah.
He finally joined the Facebook page, so now he can berate
There
me
you
on
go.
Facebook.
That's awesome.
And who else is on there? Abdullah, Johannes. There's a bunch of people who regularly post stuff.
Who made the picture of me as Jabba the Hutt?
Oh, that was. Let's go see that.
Is that on Facebook?
That's not on Facebook.
Put that on.
That was Johnny C. I don't want to say your real name because it's an email. Well, that's your real name, but I don't want to say your last name. He said, "Do we have a PO box or just email?" I have mail, but I don't give it to people.
Yeah, we just have email.
Just email and
Wait a minute,
Facebook.
what does he want to send?
I don't know.
I'll give him
He
my
didn't-
address if it's cool
But he
enough.
sent a picture of Adam the Hutt. I will see if I can get that on there. But John, you have like a week to get it up on Facebook. If not, I will post it.
Yeah. The thing with that picture, if you take the beard off, it looks just like my baby photo.
That's kind of scary.
I came out tapered. That's the
Um,
weirdest thing.
I like how at one point we were talking about the Star Wars expanded universe and what we thought about it because someone asked,
Mm-hmm.
and that was Dusty. Dusty sent an email saying, "You do know I was joking about the expanded universe, right?" And I'm like, "No, don't try to backpedal, Dusty.
Dusty Rhodes.
Man up. Just because we made fun of it doesn't mean that you can't like it. It just
Yeah.
means you're stupid or poopy.
Oh.
You're a poopy face. No, it's
You
fine."
You know what? I wouldn't say that you're stupid at all for liking it. You can like it all you want. I hate it. But then again, I read and enjoy a lot of things
That's terrible.
that are pathetic
Yes,
and
I
terrible.
know. And
watched
here's what he did say.
Deathstalker.
I found this funny. He goes, "I felt compelled to look up the name of that girl on Wikipedia that you were talking about after you made up 2 backstories for her. I don't remember which girl that was, but I think it was Jabba the Hutt's like dancer girl or something like that."
Oh, yeah, that hot one. She's not as
And
hot as I remember.
I was expecting just a name, but instead I found a full page on her and that guy that bought her. I thought it was pretty funny. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not kidding. Wikipedia is the shit, dog.
The thing we were talking about video games that you used to think were really awesome and then there aren't. That chick, the dancer for Jabba the Hutt, used to think she was really hot, and then I watched Return of the Jedi again. Not that hot.
Not that when you were
not
like
as hot as I
young
remember
when it came out.
I know. I was tainted with horniness, adolescent horniness. Tainted.
That's not to say you put your tongue on a taint. Just that you were tainted.
No, I hired a man to rub his taint against me.
Oh, Jesus.
You can get it for a nickel.
In San Francisco, you can get it for free.
The real thing is you want to stop at KFC beforehand to get some wet naps.
People miss the belching, I think.
Right.
Cool.
There you go.
So last question from email. Glad to be nerdy 316.
Hey, glad to be nerdy.
Sent. I just heard the news. Batman 3 is going to be called The Dark Knight Rises. What do you think of the name? I don't want to read the rest of the email because he gives his opinion.
The Dark Knight Rises.
It sounds kind of weak.
That sounds like some weak sauce.
Yeah, that's like, you know what I think of? I think of The Dark Knight being a tasty bread product.
It sounds like a breakfast special.
A cupcake, maybe?
The Night Rises. Oh, honey, I'm so hungry tonight. Do we have any more of those Night Rises in the refrigerator? We only have the Dark Knight Rises. Well,
it's a little bitter.
I could still use the fiber. Get them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nope. Don't like. But that being said, Dark Knight Rises sounds kind of delicious. If anybody wants to make a product that is toaster oven friendly, called Dark Knight Rises.
Because that's all Adam knows how to operate is a toaster oven.
I prefer the toaster oven to the microwave.
Microwave's a little confusing for him.
Microwave just makes shit soggy.
Well, it's a bread product, sure. And I guess that's what we're talking about.
Well, of course. Well, oh, come on. Dark Knight Rises.
He thinks the name sounds sort of repetitive. But he thinks it would be cool to bring it up on the next podcast. We'll do that.
We will. We'll
bring it up on the next
podcast right now.
No, the next one.
Did you hear? People were talking about how the Riddler was going to be in Dark Knight Rises. Apparently, is the name of it now. But they said no Riddler.
Who are they going to use?
I don't know.
See, I haven't been keeping. I used to be a big fan of like Ain't It Cool News. You ever been there?
Yeah.
The website. I used to like early on when that thing first started. Watch that over or read it over and over every day, and I kind of now I just like enjoying going to the movie, not knowing dick.
Yeah, I stopped watching previews.
Yeah,
like I'll watch the first.
Well, especially
2
now
seconds.
they show the whole freaking movie.
Sometimes it's good though.
They're like, in a world where the Joker tries to kill Batman and Batman then gets
the Joker, but then you find out that this guy named Two-Face was all there all along, but they already put in
Yeah. When he asked what we thought of the other 2 Batman movies.
I thought the first Batman movie was really good. You know, I really liked it. But it was an origin story. It was a little slow.
Yeah, it was slow at times.
You know, second Batman movie, friggin' awesome. Loved the second Batman movie. That being said, really didn't need Two-Face in there. I also didn't need Scarecrow. All I
didn't
needed
need
was the Joker.
The Joker.
You didn't need the Joker?
No, if it was just Rachel Dawes, I would have been happy.
You have a thing for the chick that played Rachel Dawes in the second one, don't you?
Except she's married to fucking Tom Cruise.
No, she played Rachel Dawes in the first one.
Oh.
Second one was the chick from that movie, The Secretary.
No, she's fine.
I like the chick from the movie The Secretary, but maybe it's just because she was in a movie where she got spanked for 2 hours straight.
Do you like the movie where Jodie Foster gets raped on the pinball machine?
You know, I'm going to say no, but I did watch it. It was one of my first introductions to sex at around 11 years old. It was on HBO. That kind of tainted my view of sex and pinball.
It tainted my view of sex on pinball machines.
So you had that homeless man rub his taint against you for a nickel. Huh?
No.
Oh. Okay. Oh, you meant that it made you not like sex and pinball. I was talking about something totally different.
Sex on pinball machines. I can't do it anymore. I used to just be like a sex on pinball machine jackrabbit.
But then somebody rubbed their taint on it?
Then I watched that movie. Will you fucking listen? You are the stupidest man. Not the stupidest, because that would be Concagzo. No, I'm just kidding. You fucking rock. Oh, Adrian Elgin actually just chatted with me. So is Nerds Wars and Wackygamer doing decent hits? Yeah, beer and Facebook don't mix. So many typos, erg. So apparently he's drunk. We'll answer that.
Yeah.
We are doing decent hits.
We are doing decent.
Adam likes to do the decent hits. He usually gets high quality stuff when he does the decent hits.
A one hitter. I'm a fan of the one hitter.
No, but seriously, we did 1 million views. That's pretty good for 4 months and just starting, and it keeps growing. And I mean, I'd like to see videos be getting 6-figure views.
That would be really nice.
But yeah, I can't complain. We're having a good time.
We got one video that's close to 6 figures.
Yeah, that speaking of that, we have a video that's at 96,000, like tantalizingly close, but is not getting any more views, like 100 a week maybe.
Yeah.
So it might hit it in like 3 years, like
hey,
whatever.
I got time.
But there's another video on our channel, because we have that split views between Vsauce and ours, that has 777. It's one of 3 videos under 1,000, but it's recent. It's podcast number 27. So if you know people who haven't listened to our podcast, go make them watch podcast 27.
Podcast 27.
Or tell us why podcast 27 sucks so bad that you didn't watch it.
But do our other podcasts, how much?
The other podcasts are like 1,500.
Yeah.
So podcast 27.
When's the last time you listened to podcast 27?
I haven't. I don't listen to any of this shit.
We should probably listen to that and figure out what we did wrong.
Let's do a live podcast listen where we listen to ourselves and comment on how stupid we are.
Oh, we should do that. We should do director commentary on our podcast.
We could do director's commentary on Nerd Wars. Like, oh, I don't know why I said that.
We should do that. That's a good idea. If you want to see that or hear that, please send us an email.
It was Lizzie Lotman that posted her Halloween costume.
Lizzie Lotman.
Yep.
It was pretty cool. I liked the fact that it was from Mario Brothers 2.
Yes, I noticed that too.
My favorite Mario Brothers
of
all time.
That is controversial.
I know that's controversial.
It's my favorite, but for a sentimental reason. Because my mom and I used to play that together. Like we would take turns.
Oh, that's
when you died, the other person would play, and
that's
like
nice.
That was one of the few games like my parents actually played with me.
Yeah, I just liked it because I think it was better than the other Mario games. You know what it was is it felt more cartoony. You know, it was it seemed like the backgrounds and stuff were a lot more detailed in it, and I really just liked that.
Yeah,
you know,
whereas it was definitely a completely different art style.
Yeah, because it was a completely different game. It wasn't even supposed to be a Mario Brothers game. It wasn't. It was about 4 Japanese heroes. They just changed the characters. It's the truth. You're just going to make those noises at me. You know what? I'm thinking about tainting this podcast. And yeah, I think you know what I mean. You're just going to burp.
Yeah. Drunk Podcast is coming in December, by the way.
Drunk Podcast in December.
We're actually as excited as people are.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to be videotaping it, correct?
We're going to try to figure out a way to frame it.
I think that won't be a problem.
Where we can get or we're going to have to do a 2-camera shoot.
We're going to need 2 cameras.
That's going to suck, though, for editing.
Not really.
Adam's going to edit.
I can edit that. Yeah.
He tried to gesture as if no one was going to hear it, and then they didn't, so I decided to go ahead and tell people. Because I want it on record.
Okay.
He never officially offered to edit a video. He said, I will edit video like Nebulous. At some point, I'll edit a video.
You have to tell me to edit a video.
But this one, he's like, I will edit this video.
I'll edit that.
This video.
I'm a crazy cool
So we need
editor.
a format. Here's a good topic. Let's brainstorm formats for the Drunk Podcast.
Mm-hmm. Well, before we even do it, I wanna just throw this out. Any suggestions for drinking games or anything that we can play? I would love to hear
and especially ones related to what we say. I know a couple people who send in ones for like drinking when Adam says something accidentally gay, but that's a little too easy.
Well, it
would be fun. You know, we forget things all the time. Drink when you forget something. Or
drink when you forget.
And you got to keep drinking until you remember.
We should have a stopwatch. You know, like every 10 minutes, a new rule pops up. You know, because
I don't want to do like a 6-hour freaking podcast.
No, it'd be an hour.
All right.
But the rule thing would be like, you know, one rule is you can't say the word the. If you say the, you have to drink. Another rule is you can't say proper names.
Okay, so we don't want to give too many out, but we want people's suggestions.
I would like suggestions.
We want
for
suggestions, and this is gonna probably be terrible.
Oh, it's gonna be awesome.
Terribly awesome.
It's gonna be awesome. Let's see, what else could we do? What other drinking?
But we have to find a weekend. The reason we haven't done it is it's 3 of us. It's not just me and Adam. If it were me and Adam, it'd be a little easier to coordinate. But we do Ryan. Ryan was getting married. And then we have to find a weekend where all 3 of us are not booked.
Because if it was just Jeff and I drinking together, it would just turn into a makeout session. So we need Ryan there, to hold the camera while Jeff and I make out.
Yeah, to get the good porn style shots.
You need angles.
Yeah.
I want people to watch the video and be like, is that an Amish man churning butter? Oh, gross.
Yes.
That's what I want.
Not me.
You're going to have to put some rock salt in that ice cream.
We have to figure out where we're going to film it. Probably right there. No one can see where I'm pointing.
No one can see where you're pointing. Why are you saying that?
If you can visualize a room with 4 corners in it, I'm pointing to one of the corners.
Yes, a corner with a giant TV and an unused yoga mat.
And an episode 1 poster.
Episode 1 poster. Here's the thing I like about this episode 1 poster. It has a picture of Anakin with his head down in shame, like he knew. I'm a terrible choice for this role. In this movie,
that kid was not that bad. It was Hayden Christensen
now
that was terrible.
Is pod racing.
Whatever, he's fucking 5.
Hayden
okay. Christensen.
I've seen 5-year-olds who can act.
Name one.
You
lose.
Just because I don't know their names.
You lose.
That midget, that blonde midget chick from War of the Worlds.
Not a kid. It's a midget.
She was a kid.
Yeah, before she started acting.
What the hell's her name?
You don't even know anything.
Haley Joe Osment? No.
That's not a lesbian midget.
It's the little blonde chick. She was in everything.
I think you're just making this shit up. And your feet reek, by the way.
Yeah, I know, don't they?
God,
I took my shoes off.
Put your shoes on.
Nah, I'm gonna air them out. These dogs need to air, buddy. Today was the
San Francisco Giants parade.
Yep, and I had to be outside.
And in a train with 1,000 other people.
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you though, you know what? I'm gonna put the mic up to my feet. Maybe some of the smell will get through. Anybody smell that?
No.
That smell good?
No.
All right, I'm putting my shoes back on.
Thank God we don't have smell-o-vision. It smells like horse spooge that's been sitting in a bucket for 3 weeks in the hot weather, and then someone decided to mix it up with a little rotten egg.
Yeah, you know what? That's pretty close.
Yeah.
That's pretty close. It's actually panda bear semen.
That was close.
But that's pretty close. You got the egg.
I got the egg and the fact that it was spooge. Sploogey splooge. Fap.
That's shoe number 1.
Did you ever whack off a horse?
Have I ever whacked off a horse? Like with my hand? Or like Dutch ruddering?
Not Dutch ruddering.
Well, I've done it both ways.
You know how many... By the way, Connect comes out today, yesterday, tomorrow, whatever. Very, very soon.
Mm-hmm.
Between the time we're recording this and the time we will post it.
Okay.
But the Connectimals video that we did...
Yeah.
It's getting all kinds of hits because
that's so sad.
What's really sad is we are one of the most viewed Connectimals videos on YouTube. So when you search for Connectimals, inevitably we're in the first page.
You know what's even sadder? There's more than one video about Connectimals.
Well, a lot of them are like the E3 trailers.
Yeah, I know.
But we have more views on that video than the E3 trailer. And I took it offline because people were commenting like, 2 fat-ass fags need to not talk about kids' games.
Yeah, play the Connectimals game.
So I took it off just because I was sick of like freaking having to click through comments, and I don't need the views on it. But then I'm like, the game's coming out. I should put it live again. And they're starting to come in, but people are defending us because people would say we're not funny and we're fags for hating on the game. And this one guy is like, no, they are funny. This game sucks.
That's the point. You can call me fat. You can call me gay. You can say I'm not funny. But don't try and tell me the Connectimals game is a good game.
People don't get that the whole video is, it's not a game. Yeah. I don't care if it's geared towards kids. Mario was geared towards kids.
Good game.
Mario.
All good games.
Super Smash Brothers. I mean,
good
I can
game.
name Zelda, whatever.
Awesome.
There's gameplay. There's no gameplay in Connectimals.
Well, it's all the bad parts of having a pet and none of the bonuses.
It's a Tamagotchi.
Yeah, it's a Tamagotchi.
Without any physical manifestation.
Yeah, it's not like you can take your Connectimal to the park and try and impress women.
You could with a Tamagotchi.
You could with a Tam.
And
No
you
woman
wouldn't
would be
succeed.
impressed. It wouldn't work.
But you could at least show her something
try.
other than like, here's a video of me playing with my cat last night.
You know, the only good thing about the Connectimals game is the same with Tamagotchi, is just waiting for your animal to starve to death.
I don't think you have to feed the animal though.
What? Oh, then it's useless.
It's completely useless.
It's crazy.
No
if
argument.
it doesn't poop and it doesn't eat, I don't want it. That's just the sad truth. That's just...
Do you have anything you want to talk about, Nerdy?
I'm just a little upset about Connectimals now. Right. Whenever we talk about it, I get mad.
Then I'll change subjects.
Okay, let's just...
Fable 3.
Okay, Fable 3.
I got it. I'm not sure if I'm finished with it. I think I am.
Already?
Well...
Wait a minute. You got it like a week ago.
Okay, I'm going to preface this by saying spoiler alert. But I'm not...
Okay,
I'm gonna
spoiler
try
alert. Fable 3 spoiler alert.
Not to go
up.
into too much details, but I am going to go over some really, really high-level plot points.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
3, 2, 1.
Spoiler alert.
You've been warned. Okay, so I like the game.
Okay.
It feels shallow compared to the first two, especially compared to the last one. The story doesn't have as much meat.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't feel as connected to my character. I did marry a beggar, though. That has nothing to do with anything.
Why would you do that?
I was horny. My wife wasn't giving me any, and I decided I was like, I need a woman
Wait,
now.
Your
I'm
video
like, the
game
beggar's
wife?
easy. No, my real wife.
Oh, your real wife.
So I
Was the
figured,
beggar woman hot?
Yeah, she was the hottest girl in the town, which is the sad part.
Oh, well, go for it.
All the other women are old. This girl's like...
And she'd be appreciative.
Oh, she was. She doesn't give me any shit. She's never not happy.
See? I think you made the right choice.
My bitch of a kid, Abby, though, is like, where's my... Go get me a porcelain doll.
Wait, you have a kid?
You can't have protected sex until you get to the final city, so you're rolling the dice. I apparently critted on my first sex. Natural 20, bitches.
That's bad news. I'm guessing you're Catholic.
Well, so no, you just can't buy condoms until the final city. They don't sell them in any of the stores, at least that I saw.
Okay.
But anyway, there's your spoiler. That was
the spoiler. There's no rubbers until the last city.
But so your brother is the king.
Okay.
And he's kind of a dick.
All right.
And he has a vice president equivalent dick.
Vice president douche.
Who's evil, who runs a children's labor factory effectively.
Okay, Dick Cheney.
Yeah. I mean, this isn't far off from reality.
Mm-hmm.
But the brother, at one point at the game, you have to decide. Let's see how much I should tell. You get to these portals, and you get to the end portal, and it's very clear you're about to end the game. And you know the lady from Fable 2 in the cloak that kind of is mysterious but kind of guiding you, telling you about the future and magic and whatever. She's kind of there again, and she's like, okay, you're going to need to decide whether you're going to be good or bad. Now, in 1 year, this really bad shit's going to happen. You have 1 year, and you need a certain amount of money in your treasury to win. Without people dying. Any less, you lose people. If you have no money, you lose everybody. Okay?
All right.
So, there's 400,000 gold. You need 6-point-something million. There's 400 in the treasury. 400,000. Your first choice is basically, I don't remember what exactly it is, but it's to decide whether to lose the 400,000 by preventing something like having the guy not do a child labor factory but instead open an orphanage.
All right.
Or you say, fuck it, child labor, and you get extra money, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to be good.
Okay.
So I chose, like, fuck it, I'll lose the money thinking at some point I'll have a way to get it back. Yeah. There's no way to get it back without cheesing the game. I sat there. So what happens is you get Day 365, this is long-winded, but I need to get this off my chest. Day 365, you get 4 things you need to do. You finish the 4th thing, bam, 30 days off. Mm-hmm. It's not like real game time. It's like arbitrary. When you turn in the last thing of the day that you're supposed to do, you lose 30 days.
Suddenly it just skips 30 days.
Yeah, so the next one happens about 30 days too. It's not exactly... Mm-hmm. And in about 221 days, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to let the game run. I was watching the World Series. I'm like, I'm going to let the game run in the background because I'm collecting rent. I've bought fucking everything.
Mm-hmm.
Collecting rent and income from all the stores and the bars and everything. I get $2.5 million. I'm like, I want to play a little. So I turn in the last quest. It jumps down to 121 days. And I'm like, okay, that's a lot, but probably have another couple ticks of this timer.
Mm-hmm.
I play through the 121 day. Bam, 1 day.
What?
And the decision's being made. I lost 4 million people because I only had 2 million gold in the fucking bank.
How many days, quote unquote, is Fable 3?
What do you mean?
Well, it sounds like you have a year, but then they keep.
Yeah, but so if you let the game run,
Uh-huh.
the day-night cycle's going, right? It's going day to night, day to night, day to night. That doesn't count.
Oh, that doesn't count as a day.
No, what counts is when you. It's a completely.
When you finish the quest.
What they really need to say is you're gonna have 4 fucking major days of decisions, and then you're fucked.
Really, you'd get 4 days of quest.
Well,
and once
4
you finish the
quest sets, call them.
And once you finish those quest sets, end of the game.
That's what it's using to meter down to day 1.
That's
And it's
not so
completely
much
arbitrary how many days it's going to take. You have no, short of looking on GameFAQs or listening to this podcast or someone's review or something.
Yeah, that's not so much a spoiler as information that should have been given to you at the beginning
I
of
was
the game.
fucking pissed. I was pissed.
You know?
Because you're like, okay, you get to the end and it's like, great, you saved the world. You were really nice. You created an orphanage. You put sewage treatment plant instead of damming a lake and just shoving shit in it. Like, all these like terrible things you don't want to happen to your citizens, you've prevented.
Mm-hmm.
But then, 4 million of them got killed because the game designer thought there need to be punishment for being good. Like, you can't have everything. Like, fuck you. I could have had everything if I was evil.
See, that's
I
one
could
of the
have
things.
I could have been a dick and had 6 million people to fuck with.
That's one of the things that kind of drives me nuts is this realism in games where it's like, well, that's what real life's like. It's like, yeah, if I wanted to be in real life, I wouldn't have a video game.
I have no problem if there were consequences. Like, if I was really good, maybe I didn't have a free life. My wife would resent me because I'm not spending time with her. I'm spending like that. I don't mind as much as like, nope, 4 million people dead.
Yeah.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
See, I don't know why you played the game good. That's my new thing now. I play the game evil as hell the first time through.
Dickhead.
No, I used to feel really guilty about it, but now I play straight up evil the first time through because that way it really doesn't matter when I screw up. It's like, oops, I killed the hostage. Well, who cares? I'm evil.
That's the most frustrating thing, too, is when you're trying to be good. Like, I killed a villager. I don't know how.
Yeah.
And it didn't really affect anything in the game because it's like one little thing out of all these things.
But you're trying to be good.
I'm trying to be good. But meanwhile, the fun thing about Fable 3 is they show from your Xbox Live Friends lists during the game when you do something and on the load screen, it'll compare you to the person closest in score on these things, like how many people you've had sex with, how many times you've had unprotected sex, how many sexual partners at once you've had. And mine remained at 1. My friend, one guy whose gamer tag, I don't know if I should give it, but the gamer tag's evil. It's like evil themed, like Satan's partner or something. He had sex with 7 people at the same time. I don't know how he did that, but I almost gave him an achievement.
You should be evil.
That
you
was
get to have
pretty
sex
impressive.
With 7 people. The real question is, what are the caliber of these people that he's having sex
probably just collected up all the beggars.
Well,
or all the children from the orphanage knowing him.
And that's sad. But here's the thing. You got the scale, the 1 to 10 scale. Everybody knows the scale. What kind of benefits do you get? Like, if you're having sex with 2 women and they're both 6s, but you're having sex with them at the same time, does that bump them up to 8s?
No.
You don't think so?
No, that actually downgrades the group sex to a 4.
Oh, well, that's a horrible system.
What?
So you're telling me even if I have sex with 2 10s...
No, if you have 2 10s, it's a sliding scale. So at 6, it's at its lowest point.
How is 6 at the lowest point?
Like, no, 2
so
4s.
I could have sex with 3
2 4s,
1s.
you have a 4.
2
6s, you have a 5. 2 7s, you have a 6.
See, no way.
Yeah.
No way. No.
2 8s and you're at 9.5.
No.
Yes, absolutely.
2 7s is at least a 9.
No way.
Oh, yes, way.
No.
Yes.
2 8s is a 9.
2 8s is not a 9. 2 8s is a 10.
No, 2 7s is fucking
Do you know the chances
7.
of convincing 2 incredibly hot, just perfect women to have sex with you? Trying to convince one
Fine.
is
2
almost
7s
impossible.
is a 7.
2 7s is
2
a 10.
8s is a
I'm
100.
I'm bumping it to 10.
2 8s is 100.
2 8s is you can't go to 100.
You can. I just did.
You can't. It goes to 10.
If you have 2 people, you can square the scoring system and make it 100.
No.
Yep.
No. Nope. I think it's a +2.
There's no way.
It's a +2 at 2. If you
Nope.
got 3 people, it's a +3.
So what happens if it's 2 8s and one of them has crabs
2 8s and one of them has crabs?
or genital herpes?
Shave your
genital
balls.
herpes.
Well, genital herpes. Do I know about the genital herpes
Yes.
before?
There's
then
an
I don't
outbreak
have
going
sex.
on.
I don't have sex.
There's an
with them.
outbreak going on. So you'd rather have 1 8 than 2 8s with one of them with genital herpes.
I'd just rather not have genital herpes. I don't
Even
think
if
it
you
matters
kept
who
genital
has it.
herpes woman just in the touching skin category. No,
You can get genital herpes from touching skin.
not down there. Just gotta keep pants on.
Yeah, no.
No.
I mean, I guess, but then I just feel guilty for her, sitting there with her pants on while me and her friend are having sex. Like, that's just awkward for her. And
But
and
she's
then
having a genital herpes outbreak.
yeah, I know, but then I think that ends up bumping it down 5 points. So they could be 2 8s.
That's what I was asking you.
I'm doing a 3.
Which is what you do normally, so it's not different.
Don't you say that.
Are you still dating?
My girlfriend, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
People don't believe that.
That I have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Well, what do you want from me? She'll never be on the podcast because she doesn't have any opinions about anything we talk about.
Even Adam.
Her opinion would be, this is sad.
Yeah, well,
You're in your 30s. Why are you guys still talking about this stuff?
it's important.
I think it's important.
It's important to discuss
It is.
Fable 3 women and genital herpes. There
I
are
agree.
prostitutes and they do have diseases and you can get them.
In Fable?
Yeah.
Can you get syphilis?
Although 2 prostitutes told me that they didn't want to have sex with me before marriage. So
That's because they knew you were an all-day sucker,
turn off
man.
the site, the safety and let them on fire.
What's up with the safety?
There's a safety button so you don't accidentally hurt villagers, like if you just swing
Oh.
your sword.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that.
It's like a button to turn off the safety. It's not like a safety.
That's cool
Yeah.
because this is driving me crazy in Dead Rising 2. I'm playing that now. I'm playing it good. I went all the way through the game, let my daughter die, let everybody die. Now I'm playing it good. It is hard as hell not to kill these people that I'm trying to save because they get attacked by zombies, and I have a chainsaw at the end of a pair of oars. It's not really a precision tool, so you end up just killing everybody.
Why?
Because I'm trying to save the stupid...
Why are you using the chainsaw? You're supposed to use the toothpick.
There's no toothpick in the game.
Oh.
It's because the weapons that you can be precise with aren't really good against 400 zombies.
Yeah, it's the nature of the beast. You need like a flamethrower.
Well, no, I need some people who not gonna get killed by these zombies. The people are useless.
Yeah, but that's the point, right?
I don't see why that's the point. It seems like me...
You have to be so uber compared to everyone else.
Well, yeah, I'm totally uber, but I'm not telling them to kill the zombies. Follow me. That's the only thing I say. Follow me. Just follow me. Keep following me.
Can't.
I'm stuck on a wall.
Can't.
You know how many times I've had to go back for people and they're just stuck? I'm running into a door. Really?
Yes, really.
Seems like there could be a program to make them go around things.
No.
No? You don't
Nope.
think so?
Nope.
Pretty sure.
Walking
there
around
is.
obstacles is hard.
Yeah. The zombies never have a problem getting to me. Why is it the people follow me do? You just got to burp for the whole podcast. Did you eat something spicy? Were you drinking soda?
I had Indian at lunch.
You had some Indian?
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's just...
That's what I'm talking. That's an 8 right there.
That makes it sound like you had sex with curry.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, man's got to get his dick wet in some curry.
I've eaten Indian food with you before, and Yeah, you ruined that memory. I was wondering why there was that big indent in the curry. By big, I mean 3 inches.